And
I'll
so he
never
was
forget the
true to
number.
his word. He said, I'm going to,
Because in the end, all I know is the law says that you're owed it, and I'm going to make sure that I, present your case. Because I know, just because you're owed something, if a case isn't presented, if there isn't, you know, if I didn't do everything I did, all the strategy stuff to keep you protected from going back into work, right? You know, I wouldn't have been able to deliver on that promise.
yeah.
Now, here's what I want to say. The energy is kind of going down now, and it's perfect because I'm realizing I'm listening to that for both of us. And it's like, now's the perfect time for me to say, that's for Johnny. That's about as much as he can handle right now, right? And I think it's as much as we can handle now. And I'm just going to say, hey, Johnny, now that you've seen this video, yeah, you see that what we're doing here, we're just getting the pieces. That's about, 1/3 of the entire story we want to tell. So we're going to call this, you know, whatever this is. This is where was I at? Where was Samina at? You know? And my perspective on what I'm saying before we started and stopped the recording is very useful. There's parts in that when you might want to bring in my voice as my interpretation of where we were at, like where you say where you were at, and maybe we don't. But all I know is you did it. You just together with our two voices, that's where you were at. This is at the origin, when this all started, when it all happened, when I told you to go into meditation. This is the whole part of that story. Turns out that we were getting all these emails coming back and forth from the landlord, and thank God 1111 episodes were combating it, right? Because
You
remember,
said landlord, you mean employer. And the,
yeah, I mean employer, you employ the hospice fund. I
yeah.
mean, is that correct? Like it was like all of a sudden you actually did have to resign on March 4th, I think it was 2017. You finally, after because when did it start? 16. So it was like over a year of battle. September 16, and then it's a year later, and you're still battling. There's no case won yet, but we're the whole time we know we're at battle, and we got daily 1111 episodes that you're able to combat all this stuff. And at some point, you actually won and it was over. And that's when we went to California, right? Came back. You see what I mean?